Lions TV, this is the Lions on Loan, episode 8. Last time out I said episode 7 and 7 Lions were on loan. I've actually been corrected. I didn't think of this, but I'm not going to cover him anyway. And that's Marlon Romeo. He's, of course, on loan at Portsmouth. The reason I'm not covering Marlon is nothing personal. I just cover this video, the loanees, because they're players I feel that are young and got potential at the club and have a future at the club. I think we can all agree that Marlon Romeo probably doesn't have a future at the club. And for that reason, I won't be covering him on the Lions on loan. We can quickly fire through a couple because it was 8. It's now 7. Sean O'Brien was only on a 28-day youth loan to Bromley. He has now returned to Millwall and actually scored on his return in the under-23s 4-0 victory last time out against Barnsley at Calmont Road. So I'm hearing he got some valuable experience, and there was a couple of behind closed doors games for him as well, in which he did well and scored goals and set up others. But for now, he's back at the club, and I, for one, am pleased that I'll be getting to watch him once again at Calmont Road. Number 3 of 7 is Tyler Burey. I'm not going to keep mentioning him now every week. It's just pointless, and I don't really want to cover Hartlepool's results. Nothing against Hartlepool, but it's just one less stat I've got to look at if Tyler Burey doesn't play. He's injured semi-long term. Still no news on that injury, but as soon as he's back in action and back possibly at Hartlepool, I'm not sure if he's definitely going back, but anything arises on this situation, I'm going to let you know. So moving on to another loanee that is currently injured. Junior Tiensia went out last week to Dover, National League side Dover, on loan until I think it was January, maybe could be longer than that. He did play 90 minutes in his first game in a victory for them. However, their first game at home with him as a loanee, he wasn't in the squad as they lost 1-0 at home to Bromley. George Alexander, incidentally, made his Bromley debut in that game. He didn't score the goal. 3 points for Bromley. Great for all the local Bromley fans. Brom amongst you. Junior Tiensia, I'm hearing, is injured, and that is why he didn't play in the game. But that is all I know. So please refer to the club's updates, website, whatever. I'm sure they'll let you know Junior's situation when the time is right. So we've got Romeo, I'm not covering. Tyler Burey injured. Junior Tiensia injured. And Sean O'Brien no longer on loan. Let's get into the business end of things and start in the National League with the ever versatile Super Dan Moss. I promised myself I wasn't going to say that today. But Dan Moss, his good start to his Yeovil career has continued. He played 90 minutes again. Again, I'm not sure which position, because as we know, he's the ever versatile Dan Moss. But he did play 90 minutes for Yeovil. However, he couldn't help them avoid back-to-back defeats as they went down 2-1 at Boreham Wood. That's 2 National League sides covered. We are now going up a division to where all those National League sides strive to be. Sutton United beat Carlisle by 4-0, and the game did see the return of the long-awaited, the prodigal son for Sutton. Isaac Tanto Olaofe was a 66-minute substitute in the game as Sutton continued their good start to the season. 3 wins in the last 4. No goals for Tanto, but he's back in action. Okay, we're sticking in League 2, and we're talking about Big Al, Big Alex Mitchell. I told you he's a Millwall type player, didn't I? And he proved it on Saturday after a melee ensued. 3 players booked, one of them sent off for both sides. Alex Mitchell was one of those booked during a melee, getting in there, protecting his teammates. Very Millwall like Al. Love that as well. He played 90 minutes in Leighton Orient, as I said already, did I? 0-0 against Mansfield, which isn't a bad result and keeps their unbeaten run going. But they're looking to close the gap on Forest Green and take the top of the table slot because they currently sit 2nd under Kenny Jackett. And finally, boom, we're going north of the border. I'm going north of the border actually next month. I'll tell you about that in another video. Hayden Muller was, again, he's been very in and out of the side, and I don't think that's any reflection at St Johnstone, by the way, if you didn't know, on his ability. I think Callum Davidson's really looking after him up there. There's been a lot of games for them, and they are currently struggling at the wrong end of the table-ish. They're sliding towards the relegation zone. Sitting in 9th, don't forget, I think there's only like 12 teams in Scottish football, 14 maybe. I just looked at the league table. Probably should have written that one down, but I didn't. I can tell you, Hayden also, like Alex Mitchell, started the game on the left side of a back 3 and was substituted in the 68th minute in their 1-0 defeat at Hibernian. So, that is your lot for the Lions on loan, episode 8. I thought to myself, I'll start a little Lions on loan, 2 players on loan, maybe 3, and nick a few views on a Monday nice easy video. It's absolutely spiralling out of control. So many players out on loan. But listen, we haven't done that as a club for years. Absolutely love to see all the young talent. I do follow it vigorously, and also the 23s. By the time this goes out, you might have already watched the under 23s. They're away to Cardiff today, and they're live streaming from 1 o'clock. It's now 12:45. I know you're not watching this at 12:45, but it's 12:45, and I'm going to stop talking and go and watch that game. Match report for that up later on. Should be a preview, if I can get my skates on, for Bristol City at home, of course, on Wednesday for the first team in the league. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Come on, you Lions.